So what I did was I went in with my Urban Decay De-Slick Complexion Primer and then my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in Smoothing Primer. For foundation today, I'm going to be trying out the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation for the second time. I have the shade Medium Tan Sand. I tried this once and it wasn't my favorite. And I tried it the same exact way that I do all of my other foundations, and I don't know, like, I don't understand what happened. I go into the brush and then I go in with the beauty sponge, and this is the pump. It's super cute. I feel like my niece when I say super. She got me saying super to everything. So I'm gonna try going with like a light hand before. Just to spread it all out, see how it is. My mirror's over here if I'm looking over here too much. Okay, that was 2 pumps and I used it all, so. Ooh, one thing too, I had a problem with this foundation on my nose. I mean, I usually have a problem with the foundations, but not this bad. So I'm gonna add 2 more pumps. Let's take that out. And it's like not collecting, like nothing is going on my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna take it right off the pump on my beauty blender. Just a little dab and put it there on my nose. So that doesn't look horrible at all. That looks a lot better than the first time. So the concealer I'm going to be using today is a Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium. I do have to get a lighter shade for the winter, but this stuff, I noticed a difference the first time I ever used it, so it's amazing. Just going to put a little bit right there, blend it out with my beauty blender. You want to go like down in an upside down triangle and then buff it out. I think a lot of people want a concealer that is going to make their fine lines disappear completely, and you will never find a concealer that is going to do that for you. I mean, wishful thinking, but that's just impossible. You need to put like, you need to have procedures done for that, pretty much. And I want to be a little bit more lighter in those areas, so I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer Cream in L15 Neutral. And it's just a little bit lighter, it's not too much lighter, and just a dot under my eye. Just so that way I can be a little bit lighter, but not, whoa, craziness. I think one reason that I almost don't feel comfortable filming all the time is because, just to be honest, I'm just lazy and I really don't want to have to do my hair and dress up for a video that's going to go online. Like, I don't want to do that. I just want to come on here and be like, this is me, take it or leave it. Like, I do my hair, my makeup before I do my hair every time I get ready, so that's just me. I had really great experiences with the Kat Von D Lock It Setting Powder, so that's what I'm going to use under my eyes. Kat Von D Lock It Setting Powder. Just tap very lightly under your eyes. I have a problem where if I bake under my eyes, it just looks so cakey and dry. But this powder is amazing and works amazingly under my eyes. The original formula of the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. This stuff does have a super strong smell, but to me it's like bearable. It's not horrible. And I'm just gonna take it off of the powder puff and put it onto my brush, wipe off the excess, and pat it in. I don't really have much on my face besides foundation and concealer right now, but I just like to pat it in so it pushes everything into the skin and it blends in rather than accidentally like moving things around. The only thing I don't like about this Coty Airspun is you don't even have to twist it to like open it. It just opens. And no matter what I do, it doesn't stay shut. For bronzer and contouring, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. This is my favorite. I'm using my SS023 Jumbo Kabuki Fan Brush from Crown Brush, and I'm going to be dipping into Shadow Play and Sombre just to mix it a little bit and then pat it off. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be using my Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega Bronzer and 102 Tan Trick. It is one of my only purchases from Marc Jacobs currently, and it is huge. Like, look at the size of this compared to my hand. It is huge. And I'm going to be using my Morphe M527 brush. The hairs on this are like ridiculous. I don't know. But still put it to use. Bronze up that skin. Okay, and then for blush, I'm going to be using my Narcissist palette and Unfiltered 2 palette. And I'm using my Morphe E4 brush. It is a cute little brush. I'm going to be using the shade Fame. I don't know, the thingy is upside down. So if it's this way, I'm going to be using the shade Undefeated, which is this one, and Candid. So Undefeated and Candid. I'm going to mix those two and put them on my cheeks. I like to put them on my apples and then brush back like I do, like almost following the top of my contour. I also don't like to use pinky blushes because I don't like a lot of blush. I've been so obsessed with the Jouer Skinny Dip collection powder highlight in Skinny Dip. It is so cute. So cute. And for this, I take my Morphe M501 brush. It's like a pointed tip, and I just put it on there. Put on the high points of my cheeks and a little bit more. Almost in like a Nike check mark. My BH Cosmetics Duo Fiber brush and mix all of it in. So to set my shadow, I use the Rimmel London Match Perfection 2-in-1 Concealer and Highlighter in the shade 125 Fair. It's just got like a little brush tip, and I squeeze that onto my lid. And blend it out with my sponge, my beauty blender. And then for that, I will set that with the RCMA No Color Powder and my Real Techniques contour brush, and just set it. The palette I'm going to be using today for the eyes is the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette. I haven't used this on camera yet, but I've also only used it like once myself. So yeah, slacking. I'm going to take my Morphe M44 brush, the shade MFEO from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm not going to show you guys every time just because if you have the palette, or I could show you from here, but if you have the palette, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm just going to put this right in my crease. Okay, it's going to act as a crease shade as well as a transition shade. And just put that in there. Then I'm going to take the shade Pukey and go right over that, over MFEO. I'm going to switch my brush and use a Morphe M433 brush and put the shade Mocha and focus that right on the outer corner. And once I get towards the middle, I push it into the crease. So focus it out here and then push it into the crease. Once most of your color is on the outer corner, then you can go and push it in the crease. Then I'm going to go back in with my Morphe M441 brush with the shade Pukey again and go right over that crease. I just want everything to be super smooth, and with this eye that I'm going to do, it's just going to be a lot of repetitive steps. I'm going to take the Morphe M441 brush and do the shade Creamsicle, just a tiny bit, and put it right at the top of my crease color. Windshield wiper motions as well as circular motions. I focus it on the outer corner, and then once most of my product I know is on my skin and off of my brush, I move into the inner corner. And just make sure it's completely blended. And then we have our base. And basically what I'm going to keep doing is just keep going back into Mocha and darkening that outer corner. And making sure that it stays dark and then blending it in with my crease. And then I'm going to set aside the palette for a minute and take my Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow in the shade Smoky Storm. And it's got a cute little applicator. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just apply this on my lid straight from the applicator. And let me try to move my mirror so I'm not looking this way while you guys are trying to watch as well. I don't like when that's... Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to look down, but you guys are still going to be able to see me. I'm going to focus it right here, not so much in my inner corner, and then I'll take a brush, my e.l.f. Professional Eyeliner brush, and just make it even. Make it blend on the outer corner and drag it down a little bit to the inner corner. So that's what it should look like. And then I'll go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette and do the same thing that I just did. So grab the Morphe M441 and the Morphe M433 brush and take the crease color in Pukey and take the color Mocha with the M433 brush and just put it right in the corner and a little in the crease. And the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M441 brush in the shade Pukey, dust it off a bit, and then blend what I just did. Because you want this whole thing to blend, you don't want it to look weird. Zoom in. So I really want to use these colors here, and I have a dark blue liner. I just put my fingernail in that color. I do have a dark blue liner. I have a Kiko Milano Everlasting liner in the shade 05. It's this color, but I'm as well just going to put shadow at the bottom, and then I'm going to tight line with this Milani Supreme Kohl Kajal eyeliner in 01 Blackest Black. This shadow is great. And so right now I'm going to take my sponge and line my waterline. So after I line my waterline, I'm going to take my Morphe M432 brush in the shade Twerk, which is this beautiful blue color, and I'm going to push that up against my waterline as close to my waterline as I can. Crown Pro brush in C513. It's like a pencil brush, and I will go into the shade Pukey and go right under where that blue was, kind of like on top of the blue. And then I will take my Morphe E36 brush and go into the shade Mocha and focus just on the outer corner. I'll then take my Real Techniques shading brush, it looks like this little thing, and take Silk Cream and just rub that all on the bottom line. And then I'm going to go back in with my Stila Magnificent Metals and do what I did earlier. I'm going to go back in the Jaclyn Hill palette and take the shade Obsessed. Now I'm going to take that on my e.l.f. concealer brush. It's very, very tiny, and I'm going to put that right in my inner corners. So the way that I do my eyelashes is I comb them first. And then I go in with my curler and I curl them. Pulse. Do a pulse. Taking my new favorite mascara by CoverGirl. It is the Total Tease. One thing I forgot was to go in with that e.l.f. concealer brush and go under my eyebrow. So I'm going to take Beam. And for lips, I'm just going to wear a gloss, and that is it because I'm going for dinner and the eyes are already enough. For setting spray, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs Recover Perfecting Coconut Setting Mist. This stuff smells so good and it's so cute. Oh, this is my other Marc Jacobs product. I don't like to spray it like here because it gets all over my legs and I don't. Meh. So I like lean back and spray it, you'll see. Such a weird spray. And I feel like it didn't do much of its job. So let me take the NYX Matte Finish Finny Matte Long Lasting Setting Spray. This is brand new also, I have not tried it. That was great. And then buff everything in with my beauty sponge. And it smells good. And then like I said, I'll go back in with my highlighter that I used after setting it, and just add some more. So for now, the lipstick I'm going to use is NARS Orgasm. Hopefully it's not... Alright, that's not bad. And last step is lower lash line. That is it for this chill get ready with me makeup video. I actually enjoyed doing this. It wasn't that bad. I hope the video isn't that long, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you enjoyed my other videos as well. Like the video and share if you'd like, and look out for my next video. Thank you for watching.